Things are changing very rapidly, not only in the USA, but all over the world. And many people are clueless. They don't know what is coming down the road. So we are here, the No Spin News, on television and radio, to enlighten everyone about what we are going to see. This isn't a guess. This is going to happen. And that is the subject of this evening's Talking Points memo. It's all about artificial intelligence. It's coming up faster than most people believe. There are huge corporations involved in manufacturing and marketing AI, and they are making unbelievable strides in the technological area. I'll just give you two examples, IBM and Google. Okay? So AI is going to affect us all. Even if you live in a very rural area and you don't have a lot to do with many people, it's going to touch you, this artificial intelligence. So the Biden administration announced today that $140 million of government money, taxpayer money, is going to go into researching AI. That is nothing. That's like putting a quarter into it. So I don't even know why the Biden administration is doing this, other than, to be politically correct. It's only to, I guess, apply AI in the federal area. Just doesn't have anything to do with private research. As I mentioned, the big corporations, the tech corporations, are into this. Huge, because they know what's coming down the pike. Some stats before I get very specific about how it's going to influence you and what we're going to see. So 25% of jobs will be negatively impacted in the next 5 years, according to World Economic Forum. That's 25% of all jobs all over the world, which means you're going to take a salary cut or you're going to be dismissed. A study by Goldman Sachs predicts that the fast-growing mass adoption of AI will impact 300 million jobs globally. Now, that means some jobs will be created, but others will be banished. But 300 million jobs. And this is where it comes home to you and your kids and your friends. So there will be an incredible loss of opportunity for people who are going into the standard issue jobs. Okay. Now, the reason that the companies worldwide want this, they want fewer human beings, is twofold. In the United States, most companies, mine, as an example, small business, have to pay health care for humans who are working for us. And those health care costs are going up and up and up. If I got a little robot, I don't have to pay healthcare costs. I have to pay maintenance, but it's nothing like healthcare costs. And the second is that human beings are a pain in the butt. This human resources stuff, this woke stuff, this equity stuff in the marketplace, people don't know how bad this is. So you have a disgruntled employee, okay? That employee turn around and sue you for whatever. Doesn't matter. I mean, CNBC, big NBC Comcast Corporation, had to fire a guy, big mogul, who was having an affair, allegedly, but the guy admits it, with a CNBC employee for 11 years. 11 years. That's a long affair. So the woman employee, when they did not renew her contract at CNBC, sued the guy and Comcast for harassment. It's a long trail now, okay? Now, I'm not making light of this. I don't know what happened. But I'm telling you that in every corporation, lawsuits are piling up and eating into the bottom line, the profits. And if you have a little robot zooming around or whatever they're going to come up with, you don't have to deal with that. So you combine the healthcare costs with the human resources, and the companies go, Give me as many robots as you can get. Now, how does this work? So I did an experiment with my nephew, who's a genius tech guy. So I said, get me one of my columns written by artificial intelligence. So I write columns every week, and I write messages of the day every day on BillO'Reilly.com. So he feeds in information from my columns, my nephew does, and he says, I want a column written like Bill O'Reilly would write it. And 10 minutes later, there it is. But it lacked any panache or humor or any of that. It had the facts, and it presented the facts like I do in a linear fashion, A, B, C, D, E. The AI, whatever it was, did that, but it didn't have any panache. It didn't have any dash to it. It was flat, okay? So I'm sitting there, I have no blanket clue about any of this, and there goes my column, comes out, heading of the column by Bill O'Reilly, and boom, 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 boom. Kids in school, they get an assignment to write a paper, bang, they kick it in, and the paper comes right back to them. Did you know that? I bet you did. High school and college. So now what's going to have to happen is the high school teachers are going to have to do away with papers and have oral exams face-to-face with the urchin. Because the urchins, many of them, are cheating, putting in the AI, and the paper comes right back out. Tell me about Woodrow Wilson in World War I. There's a half hour, boom, there's the paper. Okay? You see? Now this affects everybody. So in 5 years, you're going to go to the McDonald's window. I hope you don't, because McDonald's is bad for you. All right? And you're going to speak into a microphone. It's not going to be a human being. It's going to be a little machine taking your order. And then another machine will gather it up and put it in a bag, and another machine will give it to you. And even on a cashier basis, you might have a machine doing it. I don't think so. I think they'll probably have a human being by the cash register, but I could be wrong. All right, and then how about cleaning your house? A lot of domestics. Well, you're going to buy a little house cleaner machine. And you'll tell the machine, clean the bathroom. Beep. All right, so all of this it's coming. And it's going to disrupt human interactions and all of that. But the corporations are going to make more money, far more money with AI. Far more money, because they don't have to pay the benefits and the health and everything else, and they don't have to deal with the craziness that human beings bring to the marketplace. So all of that is coming. How do you protect yourself? Final part of this memo. We are here, by the way, the No Spin News, to help your life. If you don't believe that by now, I don't know what to do. When you become a premium member or a concierge member to BillO'Reilly.com, your life will be enhanced immediately, because we do a lot of reporting and a lot of other things to help you, okay? And we are essentially a news presentation where we tell you what's really happening. No spin, obviously, that's our motto. But also, I tailor the broadcast to bring you information you're going to need to prosper in a totally changing society. Totally. Okay, so the final thing is, if you are a low-level worker, a wage earner that is working in the service industry, or you're doing something that is easily replaced, you got to go back to school, community college, or online, and you got to get a skill. Skilled people will always be needed. If you can make a company money, they'll hire you despite the health and all of that. Okay? Skilled people. But if you have no skills and no education, and you can barely speak English, and you have a tattoo on your forehead, believe me, you are going to be really up against it. And the American welfare state is going to increase exponentially, because people will not be able to make a living in the lower strata. You're going to have to be able to do something. Everybody has talents. Figure it out what yours is and develop it to the highest degree. That is the memo.